I just lost a whole complete video to bad technology. So I'll jump straight to the point. Uh, Even though I had said many things in the first video that I just recorded and lost. Okay, so there's a child I know from close quarters who was doing very well in his studies in sports. Um, and I stay in a B-tier city, in a smaller place. It's not a cosmopolitan or a metropolitan city. So he was doing very well. He has a good creative temperament, and everything was going fine. Then he shifted to a cosmopolitan city, one of the biggest cities of the country, and everyone expected that his grades would fall, and they did. And like how? It was a big, it was big. I was zapped. I was zapped because I thought the books are the same. How come this child has not performed? Mm. And then I got to see the question papers of the exams he was giving. These question papers had 10 was they had 10 papers. I mean, they comprised of 10, 8, 9, 7 papers, and they were questions were framed in such a roundabout way. I mean, anyone would fall asleep while attempting those never ending paper, and asked in such a boringly roundabout way, as though they were these small little kids were giving exam of as of NASA entrance. No wonder out of 50 students in the class, only 15 would pass, rest would fail. So, it wasn't very difficult for a person like me and many people who would think in the same way, that it's a trap. It's a trap, it's a predatory trap to make parents believe that their children are not good enough, to make the child fall in his own self estimation and his self esteem, and he would start thinking that I'm so good for nothing. I need to take tuitions to salvage myself, even though that child might not be so bad. In fact, that child might be good, but he's not accustomed to boring, lengthy questions. Come on. I mean, if these teachers didn't have a key in front of them or solutions in front of them, they wouldn't be able to solve the paper they set. If these teachers were good enough, they would not have been teachers. They would have been into some kind of a scientific activity, most of them. Because some people are meant to, they love the work of teaching. But those teachers are the ones who understand the temperament of children. Let's not intimidate them. Let's educate them. Let's make the process of education interesting. So, not just that these schools take ridiculously high fees from parents, they also push them towards sending their child to a tuition class, which again takes a lot of money from them. How more sharkish would you get? How more would you earn money at the cost of little children's self esteem, confidence? You kill their soul. They start thinking that they are not good enough. That's such a traumatic time that they go through. So, my first point is that uh, children are not stupid. None of the children in your uh, classroom is a stupid child. You're projecting, you're making things believe. Oh, I'm such a bad grammar. You're making people believe that they are stupid. And you think that nobody would be able to fathom this simple fact. So the first solution is make each paper div- divide each paper in two parts. Paper one, let's say for mathematics or science or any humanities subject. So mathematics 1, mathematics 2, science 1, science 2, like bio 1, bio 2, uh, economics 1, economics 2, whatever. So in the first paper, a child gets to pass. Give them a fair chance to pass the exam. Keep it linear, keep it simple, keep it interesting, keep it creative. Let it be just be a bird's eye view. What does each lesson have and why is it important? And how do you think you would define a certain concept? And that's it. The second paper may have more in-depth examination of a child's bent of mind or knowledge. So you can satiate your appetite of tricking children in the second paper. And the child also, who's heavily into twisted, riddle-like questions, would they also get a chance to prove their mettle? But you don't get unfair this way to a child who deserves to pass, but you're not making that child pass. A. B, from a moral perspective, how evil it is, how unimaginably evil it is that after 15, 16 years of a child's tapasya, long period of austerity that the child has gone through, waking up in the wee hours of morning in winters, summers, every time, rainy season, falling sick every now and then, making the child a porter, small little limbs but big heavy bag. He spends 14, 15, 16 years going to school, and then in 11, 12 standard you say you fail. You're not letting you pass. I mean, how dare you? How dare you? If you do this, how dare you? Who would be able to sustain that kind of a blow? It's out and out murderous. Last year, uh, a child in 11th standard of 11th standard, in which my nephew also studied. Now he's in 12th standard. This child failed in economics. No, not economics, accounts, and he committed suicide. So all those years when he was a baby and then growing up and started having desires to see life in one go, you cut his life short. It is so, I don't have a word. I don't have a word for this kind of an evil activity. Parents are not money extracting machines. Children are not to be played with. And if your child is subjected to such torture, pull him out of that school. All these schools who are extracting money out of your child, sorry, out of your pockets, and making your child feel useless, you're feeding you're feeding a demon. Let the child do self study or put him into some easy school. Your child will still do well. He'll be self reliant. He'll do self study. That's all. Bye.